Hi! Hello everyone, welcome to Rosamond's Mandarin Garden. For the past 2 weeks, I have been cleaning up a small loft condo of mine in Chengdu because I'm planning to sell it. I thought this would be a wonderful opportunity to teach some very practical Chinese vocabulary related to housing and daily life. So today's lesson will be a bit more relaxed than usual. First, we'll tour the apartment together, and I'll introduce the overall layout in Chinese. Then I'll summarize the high-frequency vocabulary used in the video. At the end of this video, I'll also briefly introduce the Chinese housing market, specifically what the rents and housing prices look like in a few typical cities. If you plan to live in China in the future, this can serve as a handy reference. 欢迎参观我的小公寓。今天下午呢，我都在打扫卫生。到拍摄的时候，天已经黑了，所以光线不是很好，希望大家不要介意。我们开始吧。首先是入口，这里我做了一个小鞋柜，这里有挂衣钩，还有毛毡板，可以收纳一些小件的物品。这边是厨房，有抽油烟机、水池。这边的公寓呢是不通燃气的，可以用电磁炉。不过现在年轻人都不怎么自己做饭了。这里有热水器洗衣机。这个位置是我平时拆装快递的地方。我们去看一下卫生间。卫生间我统一做成了白色，会显得比较干净。左边是洗澡的地方，我放了浴帘，做了简单的干湿分区。卫生间不大，大概有4平米的样子。这里是洗手台，还有化妆镜。右侧是收纳区，可以挂洗脸巾、毛巾，还有常用的洗漱用品。我们去看一下客厅。这种户型的特点就是楼上住人，楼下工作，所以可以当做小工作室来使用。这里我放了一个小冰箱，还有微波炉。冰箱呢，我也用的很少，所以就买了一个很小的。这个楼梯柜是当时装修时我非常坚持的一个设计。首先，它可以让楼梯下方全部都做成收纳，提高空间的利用率。同时呢，材质统一，整体的视觉效果也会更加的整洁。这一点在小户型的设计中也是非常重要的。这些储物空间对于独居人士来说应该是绰绰有余了。这里是用餐以及工作学习区，大家应该也看出来了，我非常喜欢蓝色。门、柜子、桌子、窗台我都统一刷成了蓝色。装饰画我也选择的是黄色、绿色这种明度和纯度都很高的颜色。这里是通高的小客厅。这个公寓的朝向是西向，外面是小区的内部商业街，没有什么遮挡，有太阳的时候，下午阳光会非常好。这就是1层的布局了。我们去2楼看一下。中国的这种公寓呢，开发商给你的时候是什么都没有的，就是一个水泥盒子。水电硬装都需要自己再找装修公司。这就是卧室了。这边我加了一个窗帘，晚上想开窗通风的话，可以拉上窗帘遮挡。2层的卧室非常的宽敞，这里有梳妆台、衣柜、书柜，放了一张双人床、穿衣镜、挂衣架、懒人沙发、 小茶几还是很宽敞的。如果有在卧室工作的习惯，这个位置放一个大书桌也是完全没有问题的。大家猜一下，这么一间在成都南边的核心区，距离地铁步行只需要5分钟，实际的使用面积大概40平米，层高4.2米的 Loft 公寓，我对外出租的租金大概是多少钱呢？Now, please read along with me to practice the housing and furniture vocabulary. 入口，入口；厨房，厨房；卫生间，卫生间；客厅，客厅；卧室，卧室；公寓，公寓；门，门；窗台，窗台；朝向，朝向；商业街，商业街。你从公寓的入口进来之后，左边是厨房，右边是卫生间，往前走是客厅，2楼是卧室。你从公寓的入口进来之后，左边是厨房，右边是卫生间，往前走是客厅，2楼是卧室。鞋柜，鞋柜；挂衣钩，挂衣钩；柜子，柜子；桌子，桌子；梳妆台，梳妆台；衣柜，衣柜；书柜，书柜；双人床，双人床；穿衣镜，穿衣镜；挂衣架，挂衣架；懒人沙发，懒人沙发；小茶几，小茶几；窗帘，窗帘；浴帘，浴帘；化妆镜，化妆镜；水池，水池。我租住的公寓什么都没有，这个周末我要去宜家买些家具。你准备买什么？我想买桌子、茶几、懒人沙发，还有化妆镜。我租住的公寓什么都没有，这个周末我要去宜家买些家具。你准备买什么？我想买桌子、茶几、懒人沙发，还有化妆镜。抽油烟机，抽油烟机；电磁炉，电磁炉；洗衣机，洗衣机；热水器，热水器；冰箱，冰箱；微波炉，微波炉。厨房都有些什么电器？厨房配了抽油烟机、电磁炉、一个小冰箱，还有微波炉。厨房都有些什么电器？厨房配了抽油烟机、电磁炉、一个小冰箱，还有微波炉。地铁，地铁；租金，租金；燃气，燃气；水电费，水电费。这边离地铁近吗？这边距离地铁只需要步行5分钟。 租金中包括水电费吗？不包括。这边离地铁近吗？这边距离地铁只需要步行5分钟。租金中包括水电费吗？不包括。毛巾，毛巾。洗漱用品，洗漱用品。每次出差，我都习惯带上自己的毛巾和洗漱用品。每次出差，我都习惯带上自己的毛巾和洗漱用品。To be honest, the location and the renovation of my condo in Chengdu are quite good, and it comes fully furnished with appliances. Therefore, this price is considered mid to high in Chengdu's rental market. If you're looking for something cheaper, you can rent a one-bedroom apartment for around 2,000. However, in cities like Beijing and Shanghai, this same amount would only get you a single bedroom in a shared apartment. I briefly lived in Beijing back in 2013, which was almost 13 years ago. I vividly remember renting a tiny bedroom that was only about 8 square meters. It only had a bed and a desk, and the price was exactly 2,000. China's real estate market has experienced a rapid development over the past 20 years, and housing prices have skyrocketed incredibly. Properties in some major central cities like Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen saw housing prices increase dramatically over the course of a decade. After 2015, this bubble grew larger and larger. After the pandemic, it feels as though the bubble began to burst. However, compared to where it started before the massive boom, prices still remain very high. Compared to buying a home, renting in China is much cheaper, though rental prices vary dramatically between cities. I looked up a few listings on a rental website located in Beijing, Shanghai, and Chengdu, respectively, so you can use them as a quick reference. There are very complex reasons behind why China's real estate experienced such an explosive boom. It serves as a mirror reflecting the massive transformations Chinese society has undergone in recent decades. If you are interested, we can find the opportunity to dive deeper into this history in a dedicated video. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. See you next time. Bye. Bye.